In this very specific time when the whole world is being on lockdown, one question that all the Catholics pose is, can I go to confession over the phone or internet connection? Like, seeing the gravity of the whole situation of the virus, can we do a little exception, what I think we have kind of as a rule? Well, the answer is no. We can't go to confession over the phone or internet, but there's an alternative to it. So I'd like to present both of those two arguments. Why is it impossible to confess over the phone, and what can we do instead in this very specific time? There's two major aspects why the confession over the phone is not possible. The first one is that every single sacrament needs to have a tangible experience to it. There is always something bodily in the sacraments. When I go to confession to a priest, there's always his bodily presence there. I see his gestures, I hear his voice, and so on. And we believe that through that experience, we can experiment how Christ is merciful and working through the person of a priest who is giving me the absolution. And the second aspect is that the confession needs to have an intimate space. It has to be a safe environment. And on the phone, of course, it would be completely lost. We wouldn't be sure that there's really an intimate space within the confession. Technically speaking, this is called the seal of the confession, and this is what the Catechism says about it, and this is how it is defined. Given the delicacy and greatness of this ministry and the respect due to persons, the Church declares that every priest who hears confessions is bound under very severe penalties to keep absolute secrecy regarding the sins that his penitents have confessed to him. And of course, the confession over the phone does not keep the absolute secrecy. And then it goes on. This secret, which admits of no exceptions, is called the sacramental seal, because what the penitent has made known to the priest remains sealed by the sacraments. Well, that's the explanation why no confessions over the phone. So what alternatives do I really have? Well, I can go very simply back to the spiritual foundation of the confession. So what it happens usually is that I come to the confession with my sins, my contrition, and the Lord takes away my sins through the priest within the sacrament. I can't live the sacrament right now, but I can live the contrition. And I would say this is the spiritual foundation of the sacrament. I can go deeper in this. This is what the Catechism of the Catholic Church says about not only the contrition, but also its fruits that it can bring in my life. Among the penitence acts, contrition occupies first place. Contrition is sorrow of the soul and detestation for the sin committed, together with the resolution not to sin again. And then it goes on. When it arises from a love by which God is loved above all else, contrition is called perfect, or contrition of charity. Such contrition remits venial sins. It also obtains forgiveness of mortal sins if it includes the firm resolution to have recourse to sacramental confession as soon as possible. To wrap it up real quick, no confession over the phone, but a contrite heart in front of the Lord, which remits my sins because I'm longing to bring those sins to the sacramental confession as soon as possible. God bless everyone.